next year because she sets the goal there. It's my great pleasure to be general evaluator because I get to give feedback on this whole meeting, which started about 2 weeks ago, preparing for this meeting. I'm going to give feedback in 3 areas. First is hospitality. Second, content. Third, value added. I work in financial analysis, and value added is what you have at the end of the day. Hospitality. The way I was greeted at the door by 3 people, including the Vice President of Public Relations. I love it when Toastmasters are out on the street letting me know that this place is in B1. It's so important when you have an open house. If I come to your dormitory and you're having a party on a Friday night, I hope that you'll be the person who greets me at the door with a smile and all the stuff behind you, that it's put to the side so you can focus on me. I think we as Toastmasters can improve in our hospitality. I love the way that this tandem up here, let's give them a great round of applause. Maggie and Tim are good because they had teamwork and there was some repertoire that was going back and forth. If you can get on stage with somebody else and you in unison, that's great. That's a big plus. I like the way that the variety session worked because I did get the feel I got to meet a lot of people in my area. It's so important. My mother used to say, "Hi, my name is Neal Stovicek. Nice to meet you. What is your name? How are you?" We're explaining how to introduce ourselves. I would suggest accelerate it. Accelerate it and encourage people. But in your own lives, go up to people, as my mother says, and smile. Extend your hand and say, "Hi, my name's Neal. What's your name?" That's one way to broaden your horizons. Make the experience as big as possible. So hospitality was really good. The content, the variety session, there was stuff there. The table topics, pretty good. But I encourage all of us, pay attention to time. We've got timers, and people talk about time management in business school. Forget time management. I'll give you a secret. Pay attention to timing. In your careers, in your relationships, pay attention to timing. You have children someday. Pay attention to timing. It's a completely different concept from time management, and it is an example of how Toastmasters has helped me grow beyond 5 to 7 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. But I pay attention to time. Content. I liked how I learned something. I often come and I say, are they going to say something that I don't know? Is standardization really good? What is Mandarin Chinese as compared to Chinese? I was learning things, and there was a certain order there. Similarly, the entertaining speaker. Did she have a point? Did she get to the key kernel? Is it necessary to have a final conclusion? Her task, Joyce, that I work very closely with because she's a leader in Division M, remember the member, her point was to entertain. Did you feel entertained?
Yes!
But she said at the end that no job is not that important, or all jobs are important. But isn't that so true? If you're 30 years old, you might agree with me. If you're 40 years old, you might agree also. If you're 64 years old, you might really agree. So I like it when we go through this whole thing and you pull a thread, and every job is important, and you gotta give it 120%. My feedback in terms of value added is 3 things. One is, put the best stuff first. You realize that Carol and Joanne and Jean and Anna and Pauline and Ori and Paul, they all left. You gotta put your best stuff first because the audience members have other things. They're gonna be leaving unless we put our best stuff first. In a speech, likewise, I find in humorous speeches, take your best content base and put it at the beginning because that's the way you get the audience's attention. Another thing is never, ever turn your back to the audience. Nobody did that, but I was thinking this thing with the banner, etc. I was thinking, these people that are standing here in China, in Republic of China, it's so often that somebody's going to be standing on your right. As part of hospitality, I would encourage you, open these chairs up, put some chairs here, pay attention to the safety, take a seat, enjoy the show, be entertained by our speeches and by our individual evaluators. My suggestion also is get to the point. In life, who wants to be a table topics? Timing is about boom, call on somebody, have an idea ahead of time. Another thing, get to the point. So often in Toastmasters, if you really want to be good, drop the paper, leave the paper. I'm challenged because I now train myself. I try not to speak with paper. Why? Because when I watch those great speakers on TV, even on CNN, got no paper. The Emmy Awards, they come out on stage in this nice, they got no paper. How do they do it? Mr. Trump never uses paper. The point is, Toastmasters is a great opportunity to train yourself. It's a great opportunity to grow the experience. My suggestion for young people, if you're younger than me, is when somebody says, here's an experience, they're basically reaching out to you because they think you're capable. And when somebody offers you experience, and if you're less than 30 years old, grab it. And the best way to gain experience is come on stage. It can be in a biochem class, it can be in English literature, or it can be traveling in life. When somebody gives you an opportunity to come on stage, introduce yourself, smile, and come on stage and learn by growing. Learn by coming on stage. Toastmasters in Division M is about remember the member. We're here to give you opportunities to grow by coming on stage. It's a great pleasure to be here. Very polished meeting. Thank you very much.